Parents often ask me, how do I know what provider I should choose?
My name is Nancy Marchese. I'm a board-certified doctoral level behavior analyst and a clinical psychologist. My goal is to help 2 million children with autism and their families by transforming their lives, and I can't wait to help you too.
Your child is diagnosed with autism, or perhaps they're at a point in their life where they may need therapy, no matter what age. What do I look for in a quality provider? And I can certainly appreciate from a parent's perspective, this is a super tough question because there's so much information out there. So I have 3 tips for you on how to find a quality provider to help your child with autism. Tip number 1 is you've got to look for the expertise and the credentials. This is super important. This is a minimum bar. So for example, with ABA, you want to look for a board-certified behavior analyst. If it's in another field, you want to ensure that that person is licensed or registered accordingly. That's your first step. That is not your only step though. Tip number 2 is to look for providers who will be honest with you. They will open the door to conversations and work with you. All of this is incredibly important in developing a relationship with you, the family, in order to best service your child. So it's not only about the services that they can render to your child. That is absolutely super important. Their expertise is going to come in play there, but also how they work with you. Having an honest provider who is willing to have those conversations, even if they're tough conversations, will only enhance your child's outcomes. At the end of the day, the final tip is this: they need to be the right fit for you. So you've got to make a decision for your family. Is this going to work for me or not? Can you come up with, even within those conversations, compromises about what the service is going to look like and how that's going to work for your family? Is it doable for you? For example, in terms of making it to that service, is it, somewhere if you need to drive there, is it a doable drive for you? Are the hours going to work for you? All of the above need to be considered. So when you're looking for a provider, there are 3 tips. Expertise. Credentialing is 1, experience is also important. Tip number 2 is look for a provider that you can trust, that you can have conversations with, that you can work together. And tip number 3 is make sure it's a right fit for your family. And if you take all 3 of those tips into consideration, I have no doubt that you will find providers to work with your child with autism that will help your child live their best life.
There's only so much we could cover in the short amount of time we had today. If you found value in what we talked about, go to breakthroughautism.ca, join our newsletter, and also follow me on my socials.